So, what did you miss at Jubilee today? Well, you missed Pageant Sunday with kids and adults and costumes and noises and noisemakers and music and pictures of the past, pictures of the present. Today, our folk from Godly Play, the kids, the adults, and all those who wanted to join in, shared the story that is past and present and future. The story that is God's story and yet also our story. And it was great. There were moments that will rest in my heart for a very long time. Um, the kids who read and the ones who weren't quite sure if they wanted to at the last minute, and the space that was given for them, and the help, the love that was immediately offered, the kids that waved and jumped around and were just so excited to be telling a story, having people pay attention to um, the the older folk who had to sit in different spots and hear things they weren't used to hearing, and how they embraced that adventure and laughed and smiled and engaged in the story. Christmas is this wonderful moment where God breaks in and nothing's the same. Well, this morning, nothing was the same, and I'm telling you, I could feel it. God broke in. We had the Christmas story today, not just telling it. We experienced it in small and yet profound ways. So you missed that today, and I'm sorry you did. Um, and we also we had a lot of socks thrown at our ministers today. Anne and I received socks and scarves and hats and mittens and gloves and all manner of warm things to share with our friends in the Out of the Cold program. Um, and we did it because we want to share warmth with those who deserve to be warm, for those who need to know that they have family, they have neighbors, they have folk who want to help. Um, and as a side bit, we also got to compete against Metropolitan United Church and Rosedale United Church and East Gwillimbury Living Presence Ministry. And we'll find out in the next day or so who collected the most. But we invited folks at Jubilee to bring warm items and throw them at the minister. And Anne and I attempted to catch them and put them in boxes. And the one of us who caught the most, is to be treated to lunch by the other. And I'm just going to tell you, between you and me, pretty sure that I won. But I think with cheating, it's going to look like Anne did. I'm not, I want to cast aspersions, but we had an awful lot of fun today. And hopefully that fun will translate into some kindness, some warmth, some connection for the folks in the Out of the Cold program in Toronto. It was our pleasure to do that. We're still collecting diapers for the Massey Center, and we will still take warm items. And even though they may not count in our contest numbers, they will always count on the hands, the feet, the heads, the necks that they cover. So bring more in and we'll get them there. So that's kind of what you missed today. You missed a celebration of the Christmas story as shared by some of the younger folk in our community. You missed throwing socks. You missed wonderful music. You missed the story that invites all of us in and gives life even as it describes life. Reveals God even as it describes God's relationship to us. Reveals us even as it tells our story. At the end of the service, we were all commissioned, all sent out into the world to be magi and shepherds and outrageous folk and stumbling folk and happy folk and struggling folk and sad folk, to be whoever we are and share the story, because God's story is our story. So I encourage you to keep sharing the story, and it would be great to see you. Hopefully we'll get to see you for Christmas, but if not, we hope to see you soon, because we miss you. Until we see you, God bless.